and welcome out to another fabulous edition of the Successful Businesswomen podcast. We're joined in the studio today by the fabulous, unique, and very creative Dori Stahle. How are you doing today, Dori?
Doing fine and ready to rock. How are you doing?
Oh, I love it when you come in ready to rock. These are Dori's drums. And Dori is actually the only drum therapist that is certified in the state of North Carolina. So tell us a little bit about what you brought in the studio today.
Sure. What I brought is a very small sampling of what I own. I literally have drums in every room of my house, much to my husband's chagrin, but I do a lot of classes and events. So I have a lot of these, the red ones that are standing up here. These are called djembes. They're African style drumming, but I don't do African drumming. I'm a rock chick. There you go. They're just lightweight and portable. And then I have a Native American style buffalo drum, which has really good vibrations.
Now, Dori is the CEO and founder of Next Stage Drumming, and she specializes in drum therapy for seniors, special needs, and stressed out entrepreneurs. So tell us a little bit about these classes that you do, Dori.
Sure. I have been doing classes at the Fuquay Community Center for years, and they're fully sponsored by the town of Fuquay. So the classes for seniors are actually free. So if you're 55 and up, you can attend for free. If you're under that age group, I can still let you in with special permission from yours truly. And the special needs classes are very, very low cost and affordable. And what I do is not a drum circle, though, and it's not a drum class. I have customized exercises that I created to help boost their mental and physical health. And we always close out with a rockin' tune or two. I take requests.
Well, actually, we're going to take a request from you today, and we want to see what you have in store for us using some of your drums. Can you give us a little sample?
Sure, definitely. Now, keep in mind, you can drum at home on your legs or a tabletop to reduce stress. That seems to be the number one concern I get because I do work with private clients, even virtually all over the world. And I always say, what's going on with you? I've got a beat for that. And it's almost always stress, anxiety, and ADHD issues, one of the three or a combination of all three. So what I do is I'll take one of these drums here because they have really good solid vibrations. It's a combination of the sound waves, Amber, how you position your drums and what types of exercises you do. So even though you might have attended a drum circle or a drum class, I don't do West African drumming, so this is going to sound different. I've played in rock bands for years. So
now this is a Toka brand band, but what kind of drum are you drumming on?
Yeah, this is a Toka djembe.
All right.
So you don't, it's spelled D-J-E-M-B-E. You don't pronounce the D.
So let's take a deep breath in. Dori's going to give us some relaxing beats.
Out. Let it go. So close your eyes and you can just listen to my beats and follow along.
All right, Dori, that was great.
It vibrates the whole room.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good in here. And I'm super excited. We love that you are deep rooted in the Fuquay community. We love that you're out there helping our seniors, our special needs folks, and stressed out entrepreneurs. Life is not always easy as an entrepreneur. You're getting out there, you're building your business. And speaking of building your business, I overheard that you were on a book tour.
Yes, I published a book, my second book during COVID, and it's called Rise Up and Rock.
Woo!
Activating Your God-Given Purpose. So I just kept meeting a lot of women, especially who were telling me they felt lost. And it didn't matter what the age was. Some of them were teens, and they just said, I just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in this stage of my life. Most people don't realize that Next Stage Drumming stands for moving people on to the next stage of their life, not the physical stage. So I'm like, okay, I can help you out with that. So the drumming actually gives them clarity because I do specific exercises just for that. And then when they get clarity and they boost their mindset, it's like a mindset reset. I tell them, like, you change your rhythm and then you change your mindset. And they're amazed at how it works because they're like, what, with drumming? But simple, easy beats and rhythms that anybody can do. If you can count, you can drum. So that's how things took off once I began showing people there's different ways to use this. This is a health and wellness tool. It's not, people think I'm going to be teaching them, fancy beats and rhythms. I could, but that's not the purpose of what I do.
Well, I know I listen to music when I'm happy or when I'm sad. Yeah. It's definitely a good way to change your vibe.
Right.
Introduce us to another one of your drums.
Sure. And so a lot of people, they sit with me and they drum with me. It's interactive. So it's not a performance. A lot of people are familiar with like sound healing sessions where you come and you receive, which is great. But you're going to be learning how to do these beats and rhythms for yourself. But at the end, I've got a New Jersey at the end. Hey, for yourself.
For yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Anybody from upstate
There
out there in the audience?
Just reveal my background. I'm an Italian from New Jersey. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. So what kind of drum is this?
This is a Native American style buffalo drum. It's not authentic, but it has a good vibe to it and a good sound. Very, very deep frequency, and the frequencies of the different instruments I use are very important because I actually use different instruments for different reasons. So I might have somebody on the autism spectrum. I had a young gal with a seizure disorder, and I've had just all different issues. But if you come and drum with me, whether it's a private session or a class, I close out with this, and you can feel it.
Oh, wow. The vibration is really deep.
I don't know if you can hear that on your end, but it vibrates and it continues to make a sound even when I stop drumming because the sound waves are going through. And the sound waves actually go through your body to promote healing. It can recalibrate the cells of your body. I call it chiropractic without the cracking and way more fun.
I like that. We definitely enjoy the vibe here in the studio today with your Toka drums and your buffalo drum, you said, correct?
Right. Yeah, that's a different brand, Arimo percussion. But yeah, they all work really well and they all serve different purposes, but you can use them to rock out if you wanted to rock out to your favorite music. Like I said, we always close out with something fun at the end, or you could use it for your own health and wellness self-care practice.
So we did mention that Miss Dori was on a book tour, yes. But she's also touring around doing workshops for your next corporate event. It could be for a senior center. It could be for a party or just for fun, or just to get a good spiritual vibe. Tell us about your workshops or your favorite one that you've done.
Sure. Well, I've been doing promoting a lot, the Rise Up and Rock tour, because that is a combination of, I share my inspirational talk, my bounce back story, because people need to know, well, how did you get into drumming? There was an accident in 2011 and that changed everything, and drumming and divine intervention helped me heal. So this is a very holistic program, body, mind, and spirit. I am a Christian, but you don't have to be a Christian to work with me. But if you heard my story and what happened and how I was healed, it is pretty eye-opening. So I share that to inspire others, and then we all drum together. So I will bring drums for the audience. Usually they're small groups of 20. I could go up to 50, but you'll get shakers and maracas. I don't have 50 drums, but I do have about 20 or 25. So
I used to love maracas when I was a little kid, and my grandma during Thanksgiving would get these gourds, and this was way before online. There was no podcast or anything like that. And she would dry out these gourds for me, my Myrtle May, my grandmother, and she would turn them into maracas for me, and we would paint them. I had a pink one with little blue flowers on it. It was great. Yes.
You can make instruments out of just about anything. And I did some videos during COVID to let people know, hey, you can take an empty spice jar and fill it up with rice, and there's a shaker,
Oh, I like that. And if we want to check out these interesting videos, and trust me, folks, they are interesting videos. Dori's trying to change your mindset, shift your mindset, get you to stress less, and vibe well. So how do we find you on these social media pages?
Just look up Next Stage Drumming. I'm on YouTube. Instagram, it's Next Stage Dori, but Next Stage Drumming will pop
That's
up.
DORI, correct?
Right. Yes. Yeah, so if you're looking, finding Dori, you found her. Here we go.
You got jokes today in the studio.
You got to keep it real. But anyway, yeah. So Next Stage Drumming, you can find me anywhere. And so a really interesting fun fact, I didn't realize this until after I picked out the name, because I had other businesses with Next Stage in them back in the day. So it just seemed like I was just continuing the brand. not realizing that the acronym NSD stands for no sign of disease in the medical community. And
Oh,
since I was completely healed, it totally fit.
well, we love miracles here at the Successful Business Women, but I do see another toka drum over here.
You gotta try it.
I don't think you want me to try the
Yeah,
drum.
I do.
Okay, we're gonna drum together. If she can teach me to drum, she can teach anyone to drum.
Well, I tell everybody, if you can count, you can drum. You know, drummers, we only count up to 8 anyway. So there we go.
All right.
All right. So yeah, you give
Warm
a
it
nice
up.
little sweep there. It sounds like the ocean. It's very calming. There we go. And now you're going to do just 2 beats in the middle of the drum using this part of your
Okay.
hand. You're just going to create a heartbeat. So when
Okay.
people say they don't have any rhythm, I say, put your hand right here. That's your rhythm instrument. Your heartbeat's going boom, 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 boom all day long. We can do the same beat.
I can do the rhythm of the heart.
So 2 beats, 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2. Bum, bum. There we go.
Ah!
Side. Get a little brain integration going and sync up.
Okay.
There you go. She's drumming. There you go. Right, right,
All
right.
right. So if I can drum, anyone can drum. And again, it's not being about your best drummer. It's about changing that vibe, changing that mindset, getting into a better health and wellness, right?
Right. And finding your joy. It's
Yes.
a great release. And one thing I notice when I drum with people, no matter how they come in, whatever mood they have going on, they are like beaming and smiling because they say, I had no idea that this is what this was. This is so much fun. It's like, yes. So you got to try it to get it.
Again, we are in the studio with Dori Stahle, and she is the one and only North Carolina certified drum therapist. And we appreciate you coming out on the show. If we are looking to get in contact with you or wanted to book you to come out for our next corporate event or for some good mental health wellness at a senior center or for our next party, how would we get in touch with you?
You can either shoot me an email, Dori, D-O-R-I, at nextstagedrumming.com, or you can go to my website, nextstagedrumming.com, and take a look at all my different services and special things that I do with different populations.
We certainly enjoyed rising up and rocking with Dori today. Thanks for joining us on another excellent episode of the Successful Business Women podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Sure. Should we close out with a drum roll?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Ready? 1,
Huh?
2, quick drum roll. There we go.